Good evening. It's that time once again, boys and girls. Tuesday night, 10 p.m. The Mystic Hour has finally arrived. Yay! Folks, it is a beautiful night here in the Mystic's realm, and it is the Mystic Hour, tri-state area and the world's free call-in live psychic talk show. We've got so many things to talk about. I don't even know where to begin, but you noticed I was a little late getting here, huh? The music was going, and I didn't say anything. You were all, like, anticipating, wonder whether or not I was going to show up. Well, here I am. The Mystic. Folks, this is the Mystic Hour. I want to thank all of you for tuning me into your homes and businesses this evening. I'm a little giddy tonight. It's just been a great week, so, I don't even know where to begin. First off, I'd like to, again, welcome you all. I'd like to also give a couple of quick shout-outs, if I may. First off, I would like to give a really big thanks and shout-out to everybody that came out to Dempster's last week. I'll tell you, I go there every week, and every week I have another story, and it's always such a great time over there. Let me tell you, folks. This is Dempster's sports bar and restaurant in Mount Holly, New Jersey, and it's on Route 38. And I'm coming back again this coming Thursday, folks. I just can't get enough, and you guys can't seem to get enough. You guys keep me so busy over there every Thursday night from 7 to 10, and of course we got DJ Paul going on, and it's just a fabulous time had by all. So come on out. Now, those of you out there in Sicklerville, I have some great news for you, my brothers and sisters. I'm coming to see you. Looks like sometime over the next couple of months, I've just been contacted by Aloha Bay in Sicklerville, and those of you that don't know, this is a happening little spot out there. So expect that coming up here in the very near future. I will be appearing there sometime soon, giving free psychic readings to those who come on out. So it's a good deal. We'll have more details on that when it comes. All right. Also, I want to give a really quick shout-out, very, very quickly, to my good friends over at the Sketch Club, folks. They were actually scheduled last weekend to put on a play called Death Trap. And those of you that are into theater may have already heard about it because Broadway ended up taking the rights, and therefore the Sketch Club was unable to perform it. However, they were very good about it. They didn't pout. They didn't moan. They didn't cry. Instead, they came up with a different play called Over the River and Through the Woods. Now, this play is by Joe DiPietro, I think, if the name is correct. But anyways, what a great play, I'll tell you, folks. They have another one coming up here in a couple of months. I highly recommend you guys go check them out. And that's the Sketch Club Players, and that's right there in Woodbury, New Jersey. And you can actually check them out on my website. I have a link to them, so please feel free to do so. They are awesome. And, of course, listen for their commercial coming up in the hour. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. Oh, one last thing. Yes, I've gotten a lot of email over the past couple of weeks asking me if I'm involved in a military role-playing game. Yes, folks, not only am I involved, I invented it. It's called Airsoft Assault. Those of you that don't know, it's basically a big war with paintball guns. It's going to be a lot of fun. I created the entire thing, and it's going to be held in one of the largest paintball fields in the United States called Skirmish USA, and it's right in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, so it's actually pretty close to us. Any of you out there, 14 and up, we're going to be playing the entire weekend. It's going to be just one big game all weekend long, folks. I've figured out a way to do it. And it's called Airsoft Assault, created by the Mystic, and it will be June 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Bring camping gear, bring ammunition, bring your guns, bring your friends, teammates, co-workers, etc., ages 14 and up, and it's only $89 per player for the entire weekend of war, folks. It's awesome. You can check out all the details at 1-800, or call them at 1-800-SKIRMISH, or you can check out their website at www.skirmish.com. Just click on events and look for Airsoft Assault, and it's got all the details there. I really look forward to this. This is going to be an event like no other. Now, speaking of events like no other, I want to remind all of you that there are a few cabin spaces left for the Mystic Psychic Cruise Spectacular. Now, that's coming up in December, but these cabins are going quick. So, you know, if you want to book it, check it out. You can go to my website and just click on the Psychic Cruise Spectacular. It's that simple. And, of course, my website is www.themysticsrealm.com. Okay, so that's it, folks. I'm all done with my announcements, got it all out of the way and everything. So let's go ahead and start taking some calls and start slanging a little destiny. How about it? Sounds good to me. All right, so caller, we are live. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Your name?
Patty.
Hi, Patty. Where are you calling from?
Pittman.
Hey, it's Patty from Pittman.
Yes.
Fantastic. Great to hear from you, my dear. Oh, it's been a little while, too.
Yes.
So, where do we begin?
There's so much going on, I need a general reading.
Wow. Now, see, you're usually specific on something, so just like
There's
everything
so
in
much
general
right
is going
now.
on.
So much right now, I don't even know where to start.
Okay. Well, what we'll do is we will go ahead and give you that general reading, but if there's something, you know, that really clicks that you want to get deeper into, just shout, okay?
Okay.
This is our time, my dear.
I know.
Right on. Okay, let's see what we shall see. All right, one of the first things, this is dealing with your present position, some of the things that are going on in your life right now, and I'll tell you, my dear, you've got a lot of really great stuff going on here. This is not as negative as you're making this out to be. In fact, what you're actually doing is, it seems like, you know, you've heard the whole you reap what you sow kind of thing. Well, you're kind of doing both at the same time here. You're actually, you know, you are working hard at trying to keep everything going, but at the same time, you're actually creating room for yourself to grow here. And this is actually creating a comfort zone as far as your surroundings are concerned, you know, a softer cushion to land on here. That's really what you're doing. You know, you're creating a much softer spot to land when this finally falls through.
Okay.
That's what you're doing. And it feels really good. Now, something else, too. This also coincides with a lot of your spiritual goals right now, too, because I know your spiritual side over the past couple of months, I'm sensing it's actually been kind of elusive to you, yeah? Like you've been working more towards the reality of things rather than the spiritual side. And I'll tell you, again, I think this is opening up a door for you there as well. So, you know, all you're doing here, my dear, really, is you're setting yourself up for a happy landing.
Okay.
Which is a wonderful thing. Now, when you have a happy landing, there's usually a reason why you had to jump. You understand? And I think that's what you're experiencing now. You're just getting ready to put a lot of this stuff out of your life. And, you know, I kind of think it's about time because I think you've just used too much of your own patience to hope for the best, which is a positive thing. But hoping for the best and wishing for a lost cause are two different things. And I think that's where you're at now. I think you realize that whole mess was kind of a lost cause, and now you're jumping back on your own train and moving forward. Right?
Yeah, I understand. Now, that's the situation dealing with my ex, right?
Absolutely.
Now, there's a lot of legal issues going on right now. Is that going to be resolved in the next few days?
Few days? I'm a psychic. I'm not a wizard. But I'll tell you, actually, that's not necessarily true. We'll get into that in another show. What I'm seeing with a lot of these legal issues, you know, honestly, this guy's got to have some kind of backup. I'm not saying he's a dumb guy, but he's getting some advice from somewhere. He couldn't have pulled this off himself. What's going on with that? Is it parents that are backing him up, or what's going on with that?
I don't know exactly. He doesn't feel that he has to pay child support, and that's where a lot of the issues are coming from.
Right. But he's getting that from somewhere else, too, though.
Okay.
Like somebody else is kind of pushing that. And
like his in-laws?
Most likely, yeah. It's most likely his parents.
It's not that he doesn't want to. It's everybody else doesn't want him to.
Right. And, well, I don't know. See, I don't think he wants to either. But I think
he doesn't.
There's some other people that are saying, yeah, you're absolutely right. You shouldn't. And
because he chooses.
I don't see it that way. You know, it's his responsibility, I think.
Yeah.
You know. Now, another thing too. You know, this is another reason why I say this isn't going to just affect your, you know, your home and everything else and your surroundings, but your spiritual life as well, because, you know, this is going to put you so in the zone. It really is. You know, you've always been a spiritual being, and every time you kind of wander away from that, you end up getting slammed right back into it.
Yeah.
Did you ever notice that?
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason for that, Patty from Pittman. There is. And that reason is, as cliche as it sounds, is because God loves you.
Mm-hmm.
All right? But more importantly, you know, not that there's anything more important than that, but for the sake of this conversation, more importantly, you know, he's looking out for you. And he does have a job for you.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how we know, as, you know, spiritual beings, this is how we know that we have a job, is because God keeps looking out. I mean, you've seen people, and some of them are truly hardcore trying to be in the spirit. You know, they go to church every Sunday, they do the right thing, they make their tithes, they you know, they look out, they break everybody off, and yet they get nowhere and they get screwed over every single time. Why? Because even though these people have a love for God and what have you, they don't necessarily have a job to do.
Mm-hmm.
You do. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's not like, you know, whatever you do, it doesn't matter because God will save you anyways. But, you know, you've got a really strong zone here. So I suggest you stay in the spirit because God definitely has some work for you to do. And I sense that as soon as you get on it, which you're on the verge of that now, I don't think you're going to be wanting for anything here in about 3 years' time, dear.
Mm-hmm.
You're busy, you're focused, you're strong. You know I love that.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, you've been dragged through the mill with this mess. And it's not even him, it's just the situation.
Yes, it's
him you can handle.
Around him.
Right?
Also the wicked person around him.
Well, yeah.
I don't want to say that.
Yeah, and you don't have to.
Yes.
You know, but and you shouldn't, because it's not your job and it's not your place, and you know there's a million other reasons too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but honestly, you know, coming back to you, let's drop him for a moment. You know, he's got some issues, yes, but unfortunately, there's not much you can do about those. You can't change him.
Mm-hmm.
You can only change yourself. And frankly, my dear, you don't really need to.
Mm-hmm.
You're in good shape right now. It's just, you know, getting through all this garbage. And it's garbage. It's garbage. You know, I respect that. And, you know, I got to, you know, give you some kudos on this. You know, it's not easy. Believe me. Especially when you're being torn away like this. You know, it's not meant to be that way. And unfortunately, it wouldn't be that way if we all listened to our instincts a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. So, you know, maybe we should do that in the future. You know, you know, really listen to what your instincts are telling you, dear. I mean, really listen to it, you know, and take it verbatim. Don't try to analyze it. Don't try to rethink it. Just act. And you do this, and you will find your destiny. You will find your goals. I know this because you already know what they are. It's just a question of getting to them now.
Yeah.
You know what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you're already there. You're already working on it. But, wow, let me tell you, you're going to have a much easier time now that some of this mess is behind you.
Mm-hmm.
You really will, because you won't have anybody holding you back anymore.
Mhm.
You know, and that was something I definitely sensed.
Mhm.
Right?
Yes.
See, that's no good. You know, and that goes for all of you out there, guys and gals included. Don't hold your mate back. Support them. If you don't like what they're doing, well, then get away from them. But if you do love them, if you do like what they're doing, then support them, because, you know, and when I say support them, that doesn't mean put your whole world on hold and try to make a go of it for them. But, you know, when you have a moment in between you doing your thing and taking that break, if you get a moment, sure, push your mate a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that, you know. But unfortunately, you were held back more than pushed forward, and that's no good. Can't have that. So, you know, this is something to look for in the future as far as, you know, that sort of thing is concerned. Look for that personality trait and stay the heck away from them.
I've been learning that very well lately.
You go, girl. Yeah, you're a smart chickie. You really are. You're very smart. It's just, you know, it's hard for you to accept certain truths.
Mhm.
That's all it is.
Mhm.
And now you don't have any choice but to accept them.
Mhm.
You know, not everybody's, you know, nice
Good person.
Yeah. It's a shame. And we all should be. We should be nice people.
Mhm.
But we're not, you know. Some people are worse than others, obviously, but, you know, when it comes down to it, you know, there's only two types of people.
Mhm.
There's the good people in this world, and then there's the whole bunch of others. You know, it's a shame. And I wish there were more people out there, you know, like you, that were more focused on their goals and more focused on trying to help everybody out at the same time when they could. You know, but unfortunately, some people are a little greedier than that. Some people are a little more selfish than that. And those are the people that we have to stay away from.
Mhm.
So lesson learned, my dear.
Yes. I also had another question.
Sure.
My grandfather's been very sick.
Yeah.
What are you seeing with that?
Well, I'm actually sensing that you got a little time left.
How much? And is it going to be quality time or?
Well, the quality is going to lessen towards the end, obviously.
Mhm.
You know. But I think you'll have a Christmas.
Okay.
I think you will have that.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to go any minute now or anything now.
Mhm.
I don't sense that. I mean, he's in rough shape. And, you know, I will say that his attitude isn't that bad. He's strong.
He doesn't really know as much as everybody else does.
Right. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Mhm.
You know. I think it was Woody Allen that said, you know, I'm not afraid of death. I just don't want to be there when it happens.
Mhm.
You know. Interesting thoughts and processes on that one.
Mhm.
But you know, it might be the best thing.
Mhm.
You know, it might be the best thing for him.
Mhm.
You know, it's a tough call. You know, I mean, to tell anybody that time is short, it's difficult, very difficult.
Mhm.
You know, but whose decision was it to keep that away from him?
It's not really a decision. It's just, you know, he hasn't really asked.
That makes sense. So because ignorance is bliss, right?
Pretty much.
Right on. Now, what about the doctor? The doctor was cool with that?
The doctors haven't really said anything to anybody. It's people in the family with medical experience.
Oh.
And us going to certain doctors and asking them.
Okay. So, in actuality, none of his doctors have said that he's dying?
They have, but they haven't.
See, that's kind of weird. Something's up with that. Because, you know, excuse me, if I'm going, I would like to know. I mean, it's different with everyone, of course. I personally would like to know. Some people wouldn't. You know, some people would like to be totally left in the dark as far as that's concerned. But I don't know. You'd think the doctor would have, you know, a little more ethics than that. I would think.
It's weird.
It sounds weird. That whole thing sounds weird. Because
it's something that it's a cancer that he's had before.
Yeah.
And he feels that he can beat it even though it's so far advanced. And so far spread.
And how long did they give him?
They haven't exactly told us yet.
Okay. But they think it's pretty short.
Between 2 months and 2 years.
No, see, I don't know. There's something up with that. Because I definitely think he's going to make it past Christmas. I don't know. That's the weirdest thing. And, you know, I would love to wag a finger at you. If it was me and somebody was keeping that from me, yeah, I'd be wagging a finger saying, you know, how dare you keep that from me. But the mind is a really, really crazy machine. And the fact that he thinks that he could beat it, honestly, gives him a shot. Because faith is a crazy, crazy, crazy thing. You know, I'll tell you a really quick story. When I was younger, there was this boy. He was 9 years old, and he had a brain tumor, a really bad one. And his parents were straight up and honest with him about it, which to me was pretty unbelievable in itself. The kid didn't panic. The kid didn't freak. The kid just said, I'm going to beat this thing. And what he did, and I just found this to be amazing. At the time, Star Wars was out, you know, in the theaters and the whole bit. And what he did was he imagined his brain tumor as like this Death Star, this big planet. And I think he called it Planet Meatball or something like that. But the point was, every night before this kid would go to bed, he would spend an hour, maybe even two, in his head, flying in a spaceship with a bunch of other of his, you know, people, attacking this planet Meatball every night. And months went by, and this kid was not losing any of his faculties. I mean, he should have been blind, he should have been deaf, he should have been a couple other things they said he was going to go through before the end. So when they took him back for more testing, they realized that this thing had gotten significantly smaller, and they just couldn't explain it. And to this day, still can't. The kid's alive to this very day. That I do know. You know, yeah, faith is an amazing tool, but that kid, he had something a little deeper than faith, and this was something I've actually wanted to bring up more than one occasion. But, you know, everybody talks about faith. Oh, I've got faith in God, I've got faith in myself, I've got faith in my, you know, spouse, whatever. You know, faith is a cool thing, but it's a blind thing. It's a hopeful thing. Okay, when you believe, when you have faith in God, you're saying, I'm hoping, you know, that God will help me out. When you have faith in yourself, you're like, I'm hoping I can pull this off. You know? But this kid had more than faith. He had understanding. And that's what made it work. That's what made it real. That's what made it so powerful, that nothing, not even something as horrible as cancer, could come against it. And this is something that all of us need to learn real quick, because I sense, you know, things are coming to a rapid close the way we know them. I feel that faith is a great thing to have. When you have faith in God and the Holy Spirit and the whole bit, that's great. But try to have more. Try to have an understanding of God. Try to have an understanding of yourself, of your destiny, of your faith. And it will make your life so much easier. Just like you. Prime example. Whenever you were in the Spirit, so to speak, boy, you had everything on lockdown. But as soon as you kind of waned from that, crap started being flung at you from all directions. I've seen this several times in your life. And, now you're getting back in the zone, back in the Spirit, and things are coming together. Not necessarily the prettiest way you want to look at them, but they are coming together for you, doll. Trust me, this is the great thing to happen. This will teach many people many things, this problem back to your husband or your ex. Okay? This is a great thing for you. Trust me on this. You'll be so glad this went down. Trust me. All right? You're awesome. You are. You're awesome. But, that understanding that that man has, or the lack of understanding, he doesn't even know that, just how bad off he is. That might be the best route for you because, again, faith is an amazing thing, but understanding is even deeper. It's even stronger. So, keep that in mind. Keep the faith. And, my prayers will definitely go out for that man. And, God bless you and your entire family. You guys are great. I think you got a wow with that one. Definitely you'll see Christmas with him without question.
Okay.
All right. But, get on that. Tell him to, learn more about how he is, who he is, what he is. Not necessarily about how, bad off he is. But, the more he learns about himself, the more he has faith in himself, the more he understands himself, the better off he's going to be. And that's just the way of things, my dear. Okay?
Yes.
You're awesome. Well, I want to thank you so much for calling the show, Patty from Pittman. It is always a pleasure to hear from my Pittman peeps. And, of course, God bless you and your entire family.
You too.
Take care. Thanks for calling the show.
All right.
Bye-bye. Okay, folks. Well, this, again, I must say, faith is a wonderful thing, but understanding is truly the key to all things. If you understand yourself, if you understand the basic laws of how the universe works, the basic laws that God has given us to, abide by, life would be so much easier for all of us, wouldn't it? I kid you not. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and go to commercial. And when we come back, we'll have more free psychic readings with me. Let me give you those call numbers real quick. You can give us a call at 856-227-1360 and 856-232-7077. Give us a call. We'll be right back.
Does your spirit need a vacation as bad as you do?
Look no further. Coming December of 2007, The Mystic Psychic Cruise Spectacular. 7 days and nights on one of the world's largest cruise ships. As we travel the Caribbean and check out the islands of the Bahamas, you'll join us for 3 exclusive seminars by The Mystic as you enjoy everything the ship has to offer. Dinners, parties, even an exclusive cocktail party for The Mystic's special guests. If you snorkel, you can be the Mystic's guest as he performs a never-attempted underwater psychic reading on stones said to be built by Atlantis, a not-to-miss event. Meet fellow spiritualists from all over the world, perfect for singles or couples. Check the website for details or call Cruise Events at 1-800-695-5253. Book now. Cabins are going very fast. That number again is 1-800-695-5253. Ask for Susan, and we'll see you in the Bahamas.
We last left our hero high in the Himalayas, seeking truth from the wise wizard who lives there.
God, I hope this guy's home. Hello, anyone there?
I am the wizard who holds the answer to which you seek. Behold, I give you the sword of destiny.
Yes, it's very nice, but that's not why I'm here.
Ah, you seek the Holy Grail, of course. Now, where did I put that
No, that's not why I'm here either. I'm just looking to find a deal on computers.
Well, that's easy. Quartz Computers at 856-656-0443 are here for all your PC needs. Upgrades, repairs, all done on site. Even most warranties are honored. Check out their website at www.quartzcomputers.com or call them at 856-656-0443.
Quartz Computers, thanks a lot. Now, how do I get out of here?
I wish I knew.
That's quartzcomputers.com at 856-656-0443. Just look for the wizard in the ad.
Greetings to you. I am the Mystic. Thanks for tuning into my show each week, but it's only an hour show, and I know many of you miss out on the chance for your reading with me. So, I am available for private sessions, as well as parties, seminars, and benefits, of course. Give me a call at 856-803-4463, and I will assist you in all matters of love, life, health, success, and destiny. As an ordained minister of 9 years, I can also perform blessings and house clearings or the most memorable custom wedding created especially for you. Call 856-803-4463, and you can also reach me through my website at www.themysticsrealm.com. Feel the awesome power of a true psychic reading. To be knowledgeable about what is to come in your life is to be better prepared for it, and I will show you how to achieve better living through the Spirit. That number again is 856-803-4463, and I look forward to reading you.
Greetings, Philadelphia. As my good friend Mr. Mystic would say, are you a believer? Do you believe in love? Do you believe in music? Well, believe me, I do. This is the doctor, Dr. Lou. If you believe in love, music, and a heck of a good time, check out www.drloumusic on the net right flipping now. Yes, that's where you can find all the information about Dr. Lou music and film productions, Philadelphia's only host for independent films, and the House of Blues radio hour with none other than Elwood Blues, a.k.a. Dan Aykroyd. If you are a believer and believe in yourself, believe me, this is one prescription you're going to want to take. Seriously. That's www.drloumusic.com. On your host, WNJC1360.com, your blues and independent music source.
Hey, boy. Hi, Grandpa.
What's the matter?
My girl's such a pain. She's got all this stuff to do before the wedding, and she's put me in charge of getting the wedding invitations printed. I don't know about any of this stuff.
You need copies and more.
Tell me about it. I also have to get all the flyers for the softball game this Saturday done.
Yep, you need copies and more.
Yes, I heard you. And what's more, I have to get print-ups of this year's quarterly at my firm. There's no way I'm going to have it all ready. What am I going to do?
You need copies and more.
I know I need copies and more. I'm not an idiot.
Sure you are. Copies and More is the one-stop shop for all your printing needs. Flyers, invitations, presentations, even posters and magnets. Everything can be done at Copies and More. Good prices, too. Give them a call at 856-845-6770. They'll take good care of you over there.
Thanks, I will.
Now, don't forget that's Copies and More at 240 South Broadway in Woodbury, New Jersey at 856-845-6770.
Thanks. Copies and More. And here I thought you were repeating yourself because you were losing it.
No, I ain't the one who got stuck doing wedding invitations.
Grandpa. That's Copies and More at 856-845-6770.
The Sketch Club. Affordable ticket prices, intimate seating in a historical building, and plenty of free parking. Conveniently located in downtown Woodbury, a few blocks from Route 45 on the corner of Glover and Logan Streets. We're celebrating the 73rd consecutive season, bringing you the best in theater and live entertainment. For performance dates and times, call our 24-hour hotline at 848-8089. Performances run from Thursday to Saturday evening and a Sunday matinee at 2 p.m. Sketch Club is a non-profit community theater, the oldest running in South Jersey, and we're always looking for volunteers, actors, set builders, writers, and more. All creative minds are welcomed at the Sketch Club. Call us at 856-848-8089 or check us out on the web at www.sketchclub.net. Come and experience live theater with us, Sketch Club players. That number again is 856-848-8089.
And we are back here on the Mystic Hour, Tri-State area, and the world's free call-in live psychic talk show. I am your host, The Mystic. How's it going, everybody? Folks, we've got plenty of time left in the show. We've got about 25 minutes left. I do want to remind all of you this is a free call-in show. You guys can give us a call at 856-227-1360 and 856-232-7077. Give us a call and get a free psychic reading with me, folks. Okay, caller, you are live. Good evening.
Hi.
Hi. Your name?
Amy from Blackwood.
Hi, Amy from Blackwood. And where are you calling? Oh, you're calling from Blackwood. That's New Jersey, yes?
Yes.
Fab. And how can I help you this fine evening?
I just wanted a general reading about my love life, present and future.
Okay. Love life, present, and future. We can accommodate you, Amy from Blackwood, so just stick around, okay?
Okay.
Right on. We shall see what we shall see for Amy. Okay, my dear, one of the first things, this is dealing with your present position. We all know how I like to go into that first. You have sold yourself short on so many different relationships. Like, it seems to me like you're putting yourself out there way too much. But before you even know what's going on, like before you even realize whether or not you truly want to be with this person, you understand? You're too quick to the jump here, my dear.
Mm-hmm.
Got to be careful of that.
Okay.
I see that a lot in your past. And because of that, obviously, none of these people have, met any of your expectations.
Right.
But I think it's because you're jumping too quick, dear.
Okay.
I really do. You've got a great heart. You're a very warm person. You're a wonderful soul, and that's awesome. But that also allows, the dark forces to come in and take advantage.
Okay.
And I think that's what's been happening.
Okay.
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Now, dealing with some of your surrounding issues very quickly. I think it was very recently that you came to the same decision I did about it. That you've been selling yourself a bit too short here. And I think this is a great realization to make, my dear. I truly do. And I got to tell you, as far as your goals are concerned, you want bliss. You don't want just comfort. You want total bliss.
Mhm.
Right?
Right.
None of this, half and half stuff. You want it all. You want total bliss. And I'm telling you, if you stop selling yourself short, if you're a little more careful about what you're throwing around out there, you'll get it.
Okay.
Because you are destined to get it.
Okay.
That I can tell you without question. All right? And this is something, every other aspect of your life, you choose really wisely.
Okay.
You're careful with every aspect of your life. You're careful where you move. You're careful where you work. Right?
Right.
And yet this, boy, you just throw all caution to the wind. Why? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Why? Do you know? Talk to the Uncle Mystic.
Oh, no, I guess.
Okay, I will tell you why.
Okay.
All right? Because at work puts you in a position where you can't trust anybody. Why? Because it's a competition. No matter how you look at it. Work is a competition.
Right.
Relationships aren't. Because once you're in the presence of someone, you don't have to fight anymore. You don't have to work so hard.
Mhm.
So, you're not as careful that way.
Right.
And that's what it boils down to. That's why, because it's not a competition for you. Believe me, if it was more of a challenge for you to find somebody, then I think you'd be a lot more careful.
Mhm.
But, you've got a little more going on. You're a smart girl. You're a pretty girl. And, it's very easy to find somebody to show you just enough attention to make you like it.
Right.
And unfortunately, those are the people that are the most materialistic, you know what I mean, of all of them.
Right.
And that's something you definitely don't want anymore. So, this is something you're going to have to stay away from.
Mhm.
It's mandatory that you stay away from these people that are too easy to suck up what you got.
Right.
If they hold back even a little bit, you probably got something really good there.
Mhm.
Now,
do you see me being married once?
do I see you only married once? Is that what you said?
Yes.
You're going to have to speak up just a little, Amy.
Sorry.
You got the little squeaky voice. I can't hear you. Okay, it's better. Thank you. Stand by. It's a great question, by the way. Okay. I actually do see you marrying once, but I don't see it anytime soon.
Okay.
I'll tell you that. It looks like you're actually going to get married a lot later in life. So maybe you are going to take my advice, and maybe you're going to be a little more careful.
Mhm. Okay.
A little more cautious.
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you, you'll be so glad you did, hon. Because, relationships aren't meant to be that way. So many people think it is. They say, everybody just gives 110% and da-da-da-da-da. There's no such thing as 110%. Sounds cute, But, even those people that are, 100,000% sure on the Maury Povich show are wrong most of the time.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay? They're always, I'm 100,000% sure that's my baby's daddy, or whatever. And 9 out of 10 times, those people that say that are very, very wrong.
Mhm.
And it's the same with the relationship thing, too.
Right.
You can't put 110% of anything.
Right.
Doesn't exist. And if you think you're doing that, you're wrong, because it doesn't exist.
Mhm.
And if you think that's what they're doing, you're wrong, because that doesn't exist.
Right.
So, what you need to do is you need to find somebody who's willing to give it a little, not a lot,
Mhm.
and who's willing to take just a little, not a lot. Because if they're willing to just soak you all in, well, they're going to get tired of you awful quick, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I think that's what happened before, right?
Yeah. Do you see, initials of this person or name of this person?
I do, actually. I saw that when you first asked me that. I saw the letter S, and I saw the letter D,
Okay.
as in Samuel and Delta.
Oh.
Of course, I don't think you're going to be meeting anybody named Samuel Delta anytime soon, but
Okay.
phonetically,
Okay.
those are the letters.
Okay.
Yeah. But, coming back to you really quickly, dear, you have been very cautious in every other aspect of your life except for this one.
Mhm.
And you've really gotten by. You've done very well.
Okay.
So let that same thing work for your relationships, too. Let it protect you,
Mhm.
because you got some really strong instincts there,
Okay.
And you do this right. If you do this right and you follow your instincts, you won't be settling for, just whoever comes along. You'll find true love,
Okay.
and that's forever.
Okay. Mhm.
You're awesome.
Yeah.
Now, is there anything else I can answer for you, Amy, while I have you on here?
I don't think so, other than when you say later in life, 30s, 40s.
Oh, no, not quite that late. I said late. I didn't
That's what I thought.
Goodness gracious. No, I don't think it'll be that. I think you've got a few years to go. I do.
Okay.
I do. I would actually say early 30s.
Okay.
Mhm. But I don't think you're going to be some old maid somewhere. No.
Okay.
No. Relax. Now, of course, you understand that this is according to how things are right now.
Okay.
Now, you could go out there tomorrow, put an ad in the paper, saying, looking for a husband.
Looking for SD.
Yeah. And, sure enough, you'll find a bunch of people that'll try to give it a shot.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But if you play your cards right,
Mhm.
you'll be married in your early 30s, but you'll also be an extremely successful person at the same time,
Okay.
financially and otherwise.
Okay.
And that's what you need right now,
Mhm.
more than anything. You need to get your head together because you're a smart girl, and it would be a waste if you didn't get it together.
Right.
But that's just what I see.
Good.
Okay? So that's what I see for you, my dear Amy. But, hey, I want to thank you so much for calling the show.
Thank you.
And, of course, God bless you and your entire family.
Thanks.
Say hello to my Blackwood peeps for me.
I will.
You're awesome. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Okay, folks, that was Amy Blackwood. I'll tell you, all New Jersey calls tonight. This is very, very good. So we do have another line. Let's go ahead and take that caller now. Caller, you are live. Good evening.
Hi, Mystic.
Yes.
Hi, this is Bill. How are you?
Hey, I'm very well. Thank you so much. I'm sorry.
I love your show. My name's Bill.
Bill.
Yeah.
And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Marlton.
Oh, lovely. And what can I do for you, my friend? Oh, by the way, thank you so much for loving the show. I've been working so hard to please you, Bill.
Yeah, I listen to you all the time, man. It's a great show. I was wondering if you could maybe, give me some insight on anything with relationships. If you see anything in my future, maybe if I found this person already, or is there any, or do I have any chance of getting married at some point?
Do you have a shot at all, Bill? Okay. That sounds like a great question. Well, we shall answer that for you promptly. Stand by. Okay, Bill, one of the first things, all right, so many people ask, when they ask me, what's the deal with my relationships? Why is it, why don't I have one? Or why is the one I have just not it? Or what's going on,
Right.
So many of you guys are in the same boat, and I got to say it, you're paddling right along with them. You're too busy, Bill.
Yeah.
Bill, you're a busy guy.
Yeah.
You got a lot going on. And, you're busy, but your goals aren't real high either.
They're not.
You got to get them bigger, buddy. You got to think huge. You got to think monstrous.
Right.
Because you do this, and not only will you, achieve those goals, but you'll do it smart enough, quickly enough, and efficiently enough to actually be able to make some time to go out there and find a relationship.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, because that's what I see you need to do here, brother. Now, I got to tell you, I do see there's actually one person from your past that seems to still have an eye for you, but there's somebody that I'm seeing presently as well. A lot of sincerity there.
Yeah.
Got to tell you that. I mean, regardless of your feelings, I got to tell you, I do see some sincerity there.
Yeah. Wait, what you're saying with my feelings, or with what are you saying? Like with someone right now? You're saying?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I really sense somebody in your life now that has some very sincere feelings for you.
Huh. Interesting. Now, wait, you saying this person's from the past, or no? This is someone.
No, there's somebody from your past too, but that's here or there. That's neither here or there.
Oh, okay.
That's not gonna come into fruition, I don't think.
No.
But this other person is in your life now.
Huh.
And again, I see some sincere feelings that are starting to turn up here.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I do indeed.
Do you see any initials here or anything, or?
Well, I can definitely tell you that it's definitely female, blonde. Her hair seems... Stand by a second.
Yeah, sure.
Her hair seems almost cropped to the shoulder.
Okay.
Like it's cut, very, very cut. It's not layered or anything. It's just straight length, straight cut, right, almost dead at the shoulder. Seems very nice smile. Seems to have very light skin.
Okay.
There's something else. And she seems like she has a blemish or two.
Huh.
That's what I see.
Okay.
And I don't see you seeing her very often, but when you do, I'm telling you, bro, there's some sincerity here.
Yeah.
I really sense it.
Huh. All right.
Which is great.
Yeah.
You know?
Interesting. Yeah. So you
But
think,
honestly, as far as the relationship factor is concerned, though, my brother, I mean, if you really want to go out and have a good time, you're going to have to go out and have a good time.
Yeah.
You know? Because you're very goal-oriented, but I think your goals need to be a little bit bigger.
Right.
Because you're a very enterprising type. You've got a really strong personality that way.
Yeah.
But you're not doing anything really major with it. I think you should be doing something a little more major.
Okay.
I sense it with you. I do.
So you're saying I got to go out and do more things, you're saying, pretty much?
Absolutely.
Like, okay. Huh.
Do more things. See more people.
Right.
You know, live more life.
Well, I'm going to the wrong places, you're saying.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah. Well,
you know what I mean? Because you're not putting yourself out there enough.
I'm not marketing myself enough?
That's the deal.
Huh, that's the deal, huh?
That's the deal. You know, and it's a beautiful world out there, and you do have a lot to offer, and you are a smart guy, and you have a lot of sincerity. You know, this is why, you know, you're single now, to be honest.
Right.
Is because you have a lot of sincerity. If you didn't, you'd still be with Chiggy in the past.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. Because your sincerity is what got the truth out.
Okay.
And you're pretty strong on truth.
Yeah, I am strong on truth. I'm not a big liar fan.
No.
No, that's really good.
So, you know, that's how that whole thing comes into fruition.
Huh?
Say again?
You think this one is a pretty good one right here, huh? The sincere one is genuine in what you're saying?
Absolutely. I definitely think there's some, you know, strong feelings there. But now what you do with that is up to you. I mean, you may totally not, you know, have any feelings for her whatsoever. I'm just telling you what I'm feeling from her.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Interesting. Yeah. All right.
I mean, you could be doing 1,000,001 things, but I'm talking about what I'm sensing from this chickie. It does feel sincere. Like it's not, you know, out of one certain thing. It's not out of selfishness. It's truly she thinks you're a nice guy, which is cool.
Yeah. All right.
You know, sincerity is good.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Bill. Now, is there anything else I can answer for you while I have you on the air?
No, I think you answered everything for me.
Okay, my brother. Well, I have one last thing before you go.
Okay.
And this is a bit of a mystic warning. One thing you got to be careful of, and this is coming real quick, like right around the corner. This is at a party, some kind of a gathering that's going to be coming up for you.
Okay.
Watch out for expensive items at this party.
All right.
Because for whatever reason, I feel that either you or somebody is going to break something there, and you're going to get the blame for it.
Oh, man. And you see that. No, that's, you know, because the thing is, I got a few things coming up. That's the weird part. These next few weekends, I've got a party like every weekend the next 3 weekends. So now you really got me thinking here.
Well, just be careful. That's all you got to do, brother. Just be careful.
I appreciate that.
You know, and if you see something expensive and you see some idiot dancing around it, get away from them both.
That's a good idea, because I'm bad luck then, huh? I tend to be
Get
that
away from the
sometimes,
bow.
too.
Oh, no, definitely not. No, it's not a question of bad luck with you, man. You don't have a dark cloud or anything like that. Your biggest problem, and this is one that you're actually fixing now, your biggest problem is pride issues. You're fixing them.
All right,
You are fixing them. You've always been very forceful the way you put your ideas to somebody.
Uh-huh.
It's either your way or no way.
Yeah,
and
I know.
You're fixing that. So,
Trying to
you know,
work on it a little
honestly,
bit,
you're going to be a great catch for a lady one day.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
It's my most humble pleasure to serve you, Bill.
All right, take care.
Thank you so much for calling the show, and, of course, God bless you and your entire family.
All right, you too, Mystic.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, folks, wow, another Mystic fan. You got to love that. Folks, I want to remind all of you that this is an hour show, and unfortunately that hour is just about up. But I want to thank all of you for tuning me into your homes and businesses as you do every week. And, of course, I'd like to thank all my wonderful sponsors for, you know, making this show happen over the past 7 years. And, again, thank you guys again, because if you guys don't keep calling, well, my sponsors aren't going to keep paying me, and I just won't be able to come around here anymore and hang out with you guys. So keep calling. I'll always be here for you. I love doing this. It's my favorite thing in the whole wide world. But I want to thank you all again. And I want to remind all of you that I will be appearing this coming Thursday at Dempster's Sports Bar and Restaurant in Mount Holly, New Jersey. And, of course, we got that event coming up in June, folks. Those of you that have the taste for battle, I welcome you to come on out and join me, your warlord, in a whole weekend of fun. It's going to be at skirmish.com, ages 14 and up, folks. All the information's over there. You can check it out. Also, you can check me out and all my other things that I got going on over at themysticsrealm.com. And, of course, you know, you guys can always come right back here to WNJC. I want you all to stay tuned because we got the Sports Maniacs coming up. They're wacky. We love you all like family. You know this. Peace.
Listening to WNJC 1360 AM, Washington Township, Philadelphia, and in cyberspace at WNJC1360.com, a service of Foresight Broadcasting. Get ready for the coolest hour in sports. It's the Sports Maniacs. Every week, Ray, Chris, and Jeff take your calls and give you their... Get ready for the coolest hour in sports. It's the Sports Maniacs. Every week, Ray, Chris, and Jeff take your calls and give you their spin on the exciting week in sports. All while trying not to kill each other. Call-in lines are now open at 856-227-1360. Once again, here's the Maniacs.
And we're back for another edition of the Sports Maniacs here on 1360 WNJC. I'm Ray, sitting along here with Chris and Jeff. Call-in lines are open at 856-227-1360. We're going to be talking about anything going on in the world of sports. We've got the hockey playoffs underway, basketball season winding down, Soul suffering a devastating blow last night, Tony Graziani getting injured. But we are going to lead things off with your National League worst, Philadelphia Phillies. Worst team in the league. Proving it again tonight. I'm just stating fact. Losing to the Mets. They kept it close.